Is your digital life a fortress, or is it a house of cards waiting to tumble? We live in an age where our entire existence, from our finances to our most intimate conversations, is increasingly mediated by artificial intelligence. And if you're using an AI assistant like Gemini, a critical question inevitably arises: how secure is Gemini? It's a question that keeps security researchers up at night and should certainly be on your mind too. We're not just talking about your cat videos here. We're talking about the potential for highly sophisticated AI models to become vectors for privacy breaches, data manipulation, or even more insidious forms of digital compromise. Today, we're going to dive deep into the layers of security surrounding Gemini, dissecting its architecture, its safeguards, and its vulnerabilities, so you can make an informed decision about the digital trust you place in it. Before we get into the nitty-gritty, let's establish some context. The very nature of a large language model like Gemini inherently presents unique security challenges. Unlike a traditional software application that processes defined inputs and produces predictable outputs, generative AI operates on a much more fluid and probabilistic level. It learns from vast datasets, identifies patterns, and generates novel content. This inherent creativity, while powerful, also opens up new attack surfaces that security engineers are constantly working to understand and mitigate. Think about it. If an AI can generate text that is indistinguishable from human writing, what if it generates malicious code, or convincing phishing attempts, or even deepfakes designed to sow discord or deception? The stakes are considerably higher than just a simple software bug. So, how does Google, the developer of Gemini, approach this monumental task of securing a highly complex and continuously evolving AI? It starts with a multi-layered approach, a kind of digital onion where each layer adds an additional shield of protection. The first and perhaps most fundamental layer is data security at rest and in transit. When you interact with Gemini, your prompts and its responses, along with any data it processes, are not just floating around unprotected. Google employs industry-leading encryption protocols for data both when it's stored on their servers, at rest, and when it's moving between your device and their data centers, in transit. This typically involves advanced encryption standards like AES 256 for data at rest and TLS 1.3 for data in transit. What does this mean in practical terms? It means that even if an attacker were to somehow gain access to Google's physical servers, the data would be encrypted and thus unintelligible without the decryption key. Similarly, any attempts to intercept your communication with Gemini would result in garbled, unreadable information. This foundational encryption is non-negotiable for any reputable cloud service, and Google has a long-standing track record of implementing and evolving these practices. Beyond just encryption, there's the critical aspect of access control and authentication. Who gets to access the data, and how are their identities verified? Google employs stringent access control mechanisms, ensuring that only authorized personnel with legitimate business needs can access the systems and data related to Gemini. This involves robust authentication methods, including multi-factor authentication, MFA, which adds an extra layer of security beyond just a password. Think of it like needing a key and a fingerprint to enter a secure room. Internally, Google also adheres to the principle of least privilege, meaning employees are only granted the minimum level of access necessary to perform their job functions. This minimizes the potential impact if an insider's credentials were to be compromised. Now, let's move beyond the basic infrastructure security and delve into the more AI-specific security considerations, starting with model security and integrity. This is where the challenges become particularly nuanced. How do you prevent an AI model from being manipulated or from generating harmful outputs? One key area is data poisoning prevention. Gemini learns from vast datasets, and if these datasets are deliberately poisoned with malicious or biased information, the model's behavior can be significantly altered. Google invests heavily in curating and cleaning its training data, employing a combination of automated tools and human reviewers to identify and remove problematic content. This is an ongoing battle, as new forms of data poisoning attacks are constantly emerging, but Google's experience in managing massive datasets gives them a significant advantage. Then there's adversarial attacks. These are sophisticated techniques where attackers try to craft specific inputs that cause the AI to misbehave in an unexpected way. For instance, an attacker might slightly alter an image in a way that is imperceptible to the human eye but causes an AI to misclassify it entirely. In the context of a language model like Gemini, this could involve crafting prompts designed to bypass safety filters or elicit harmful responses. Google employs various techniques to defend against adversarial attacks, including adversarial training, where the model is trained on adversarial examples to make it more robust, and input validation, which scrutinizes user prompts for suspicious patterns. It's a constant arms race between attackers and defenders, and Google's security research teams are at the forefront of developing new countermeasures. Another critical aspect of model security is output filtering and safety guardrails. Even with robust input validation and adversarial training, there's always a possibility that a generative AI model might produce content that is harmful, biased, or inappropriate. To mitigate this, Gemini incorporates multiple layers of output filtering. These filters are designed to detect and block content that violates Google's safety policies, such as hate speech, violence, sexually explicit material, or misinformation. These filters are continuously updated and refined based on new threats and user feedback. While no filtering system is perfect, Google's commitment to responsible AI development means these safety guardrails are a top priority. Let's also talk about privacy-preserving techniques. This is crucial for building trust in AI. Google is increasingly implementing techniques like federated learning and differential privacy. Federated learning allows AI models to be trained on decentralized datasets, meaning the data never leaves the user's device, thus enhancing privacy. Differential privacy adds statistical noise to data before it's used for training, making it impossible to identify individual data points while still allowing the model to learn general patterns. While these techniques are still evolving, their adoption signals a strong commitment to protecting user privacy during the AI development lifecycle. Furthermore, Google has a robust vulnerability management program. This involves continuous security testing, both internally and through external bug bounty programs. They employ red teams that simulate real-world attacks to identify weaknesses before malicious actors can exploit them. When vulnerabilities are discovered, Google has established processes for rapid patching and deployment of fixes. This proactive approach is essential for maintaining the security of a complex and dynamic system like Gemini. With that said, thanks for watching and until next time.